Dozens of skeletal toddlers are receiving life-saving treatment in this Maiduguri hospital. Some are fed through a drip directly attached to their skull, the only place where doctors could find a visible vein.
She's 8 months old and she weighs only 2.4 kg.
According to aid agencies, as many as 400,000 people, most of them children, are at risk of starving to death next year in Nigeria, a crisis that's been dubbed the biggest on the African continent by the United Nations. Intense fighting against the Boko Haram insurgency has prevented farmers from growing and harvesting crops, sometimes for years in a row. It's also made it difficult for humanitarian convoys carrying food and medicine to reach isolated communities.
Northern part here, there are military operations ongoing, and we humanitarian actors don't have access.
The United Nations launched a $1 billion funding appeal in early December, saying millions could face food shortages and famine if nothing was done. But Nigerian authorities have accused aid groups of exaggerating the scope of the crisis.
We are concerned about the blatant attempts to whip up a non-existent fear of mass starvation by some aid agencies.
Over 2.6 million people have been displaced since the Boko Haram insurgency began in 2009. Many of them now live in refugee camps and directly depend on humanitarian aid to survive.